You are listening to a Trip to India podcast, the podcast where women inspire women to dream big. In this episode, meet Miss Tychiara. She is a makeup artist and the CEO of Lavish Contour Artistry. If there's anything else that you would like the guests to know, please feel free to let it be known. We celebrate all accolades and accomplishments.
No. Hi, everybody. Well, along with Lavish Contour, I do have Lavish Lash, but other than that, nothing else.
See, that's good. Plug in, buy your lashes from Lavish Lash.
Yes, the best mink lashes that you can find, long lasting, real mink lashes.
Based in Chicago, just so people understand. Because we got people nationwide listening to a Trip to India podcast, okay?
Period.
So I want to start by breaking the ice, making you feel comfortable.
Okay.
So we're going to play this game called Two Truths and a Lie. So we're going to do 3 rounds of it. I'm a guess. And, it
Okay.
helps me get to know a little bit of some things I probably never knew, and for others to get to know you as well.
Okay. Sound good. So, okay, you said three truths and one lie, right?
2 truths, one
Two
lie.
truths and one lie. Okay. My favorite color is pink. I used to be a postal worker. And I've traveled to Africa.
Is the lie you traveled to Africa?
Yes.
Is
Look,
that
I have to
something you
put that
planned
in.
on?
Yes, I plan on doing that for my 30th birthday. I've been saying that for the longest that I was going to Africa for my 30th birthday. So my 30th birthday, I'm going to Africa.
Do you got like a particular area you've been looking at?
No, I just want to travel. Like I want to experience like the city life, but I also want to experience like the safari life and
Mm-hmm.
day to day, the tourist part. So I want to go. I'm definitely
Get
going
a
to
full
Africa.
experience. I always wanted to do that
Yes.
too. Did you know that like in 2019, I feel like it was like December of 2019, it was like the year of the return. So a whole bunch of people from America, like African Americans, went back to Africa just to like celebrate like the 400th year ending
Really?
of slavery. Yes.
I never knew that. Like, I know that was like a dope experience for
I
everybody that went.
heard they had like festivals. It was real cool.
Yeah, I never knew that, but I'm definitely Africa is definitely on my bucket list.
Period. Mine too. Okay, so round two.
Okay, let me think of an. Oh, I have two kids. I'm about to graduate with my bachelor's degree in August, and and I work in healthcare right now as well.
So I want you to make this hard for me because I know you don't have 2 kids. I was like, maybe she finna try to make this a trick question, like she claiming some of her friends' kids or something. I was like, nah. Like you just made this too easy. Okay. For those of y'all out there, no, she do not got 2 kids.
Look, none. I feel like I get a lot of kids though. All my nieces and nephews, I get a lot of kids.
Them all the ones I want at this point.
I know, right?
I'm
Look, this
sorry.
is hard thinking of like truth and lies about yourself.
Okay, so it can also go down to like your favorite drink, your favorite food, or
Okay,
somewhere you've been, or something like that.
okay. So for the next one, so my favorite drink is a lemon drop martini. Um, my favorite food is chicken. Oh, and I love shopping.
Okay, so I know you love shopping. So what I'm trying to figure out is what your favorite drink is. Is not a lemon drop? Those are good.
They good, but I'm not a vodka type. I'm not about a vodka type.
I understand. Even though I just had some Tito's the other day. Not my choice. I'll be honest about that one.
No, Tito's. Last time I had Tito's, I had a banging headache. So yeah, it's a no for me. But I do like lemon drops, but it's not my favorite.
Okay, so what's your favorite drink?
Tequila. Tequila. It. Look, tequila is my absolute fave, even though sometimes it do not be on my side.
Right.
But
I
yeah.
feel like every episode so far I've been talking about tequila. That's messed
Cause
up.
that's like the
They're gonna be like, dang, this girl ain't playing. Hey, Avion, Casamigos, anybody wanna sponsor your girl? Let them know. I shout y'all out
right.
all the time. Even Jose. I fuck with you too, Jose.
Any tequila I can deal with. I can deal with tequila with no problem. But
Right.
vodka and nah. It's like I like lemon drop thing, my favorite.
I know. It just doesn't like do it right. Like, I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
smoother type of whatever. I prefer tequila.
definitely.
So we wrapped up our game portion. I'm hoping you're feeling real comfortable.
Yeah, I feel better now.
Okay,
Look, I
good.
am bad with like public speaking and stuff like this, but we gonna get through this.
You know what's so funny? I remember when we was in public speaking at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes. Oh my God. Look, and I'm like, I just done forgot everything Sporty done taught me. Like I need to
Man.
go back to his class.
Also, before I go into why I started this podcast, speaking of our Boys and Girls Club, I am so happy that Virgil Abloh donated to that one. Like, did you see how he redid that?
Yes, like yes.
I felt so
Like
seen.
that Boys and Girls Club raised us. Like literally raised
My
so
mom
many of
too.
us. Like we learned so much stuff that like we actually like the Boys and Girls Club actually taught us like how to be business women. Like when you think
Yeah.
about all the different like things that we learned there.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Linda. My bad. My
You play.
bad. But back to a trip to India podcast. I'm reeling it back in. I wanted to start a trip to India podcast just so I can create a safe place where women and anybody else who is just in this limbo state where they want to figure out what they want to do, or they're in it and they're struggling and they want some encouragement or some tips on how to move and navigate in their industry better. I want to bring on some amazing women like you to share your testimonies and like your tips and just about how you are also along the same journey as everybody else. You just making it happen the
Definitely.
best way you know how.
Definitely.
So you are a makeup artist.
Yeah.
So I want to say, have you always had like a love for makeup, or is this something that you grew into?
Honestly, it's something that I grew into. When I first started doing makeup, I literally just wanted to, be able to when I'm about to go out or do something for me to be able to just, put a little makeup on myself. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really like, oh, I gotta pay. Like I've been doing makeup since I was like 11 or something. Like
Right.
I literally just started. Like my coworker came to teach me one day like how to do my makeup, and
Yeah.
that's literally how I learned. Like we went to go get all of the products, and she just sat next to me, and we both did our makeup together.
So do you feel like that is like a rite of passage as a woman, like in her feminine journey, or like was that because you wanted to feel a little grown? Like what was that? I guess they go hand in hand too.
Right? I guess I wanted to feel a little grown, but it was also too because I would every time I wanted to go out, I was going to pay people to do my makeup, and
Mm,
it just started to get super expensive. So I'm like, I'm just gonna have to teach myself this because yes, I do feel like as we get older as women, like it's nothing wrong with knowing how to make yourself enhance your
presentable.
beauty. Yeah, make
Hmm.
yourself look presentable when you're about to go out and do something. So I was
And
like, it's time for me to learn.
I feel that way. I feel like that when I moved to Atlanta. I had started watching YouTube. And it's weird because my mom knew how to do makeup, but I did not like her style. I feel like she was still stuck in the early 2000s. So I had to look on YouTube first for me to like start practicing. And even then, that was just a little frustrating. I think it wasn't until,
Very.
yeah, it's frustrating. Like just looking at those YouTube videos, especially for hair or makeup, they both make me mad. But once I had hands on like practice or somebody to come and tell me what to do, then it worked.
Yeah, because it's like the YouTube tutorials and stuff. Because it's like they go through it. So even if they like try and give you step by step, it's still just not the same because it's like, girl, you know what you're doing already. Like you're
Right.
doing this with no problem. Like teach me how to do this and show me what to do when I mess up. You know?
Right. Do your makeup in
So
5 minutes. Like,
yeah,
girl, my face do not look like that after 5 minutes.
like I literally like, ma'am, I need more than 5 minutes. Like but yeah, I do like YouTube now. Like now that I actually,
No.
like I actually know what to do when I actually understand like the actual makeup thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's better for me to watch the videos.
Okay, so knowing that you've been on your makeup artist journey, how do you feel about self-doubt? Have you encountered any of that, like within yourself with your work?
Oh my God, I'm so happy. I am so happy that you touched on this. Like I always go through like my phases where I'm just like, no, I'm my biggest critic. Like I always go
Mm.
through my phase. Like after I do a client, I always take pictures of my clients and I'll be the person like zooming in, like, no, you could have made that eyebrow a little sharper. You could have put more lip gloss. You could have put more, like I criticize myself so much. Like,
Yeah.
but that's one thing that I want to work on because you being your biggest critic, sometimes it's a good thing because it keeps you teachable. Because
Mm-hmm.
you always want to, learn new things and figure out new techniques, but it also can put you in like it can discourage you a lot too.
Yeah.
Because after you keep pointing out, the bad things that you do and stuff like that, it's just gonna be like, okay, I'm not getting this, I'm not doing this right. And I actually
Yeah.
get into like a phase like that with my makeup, so it took for me to be like, but these other ones, you like, even like this is just little stuff that I'm picking out. And I'm like, and I actually snapped though, because I
Yeah.
never had, like a client, like, give me like a bare review, like, oh, I don't like it. I feel like it look a certain way. I think it's just like, I think that's just the thing that we
You
all
set the
go through,
bar
no
high
matter
for
what you do.
yourself.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then it's like another thing, you looking at like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So you looking like, look at these makeup artists, like they killing it. Like my stuff is
Mm-hmm.
not coming out like that. But one thing I've taught myself is to don't look at it as if somebody's better than you or you should be as equivalent to them, because some of these makeup artists have been in the game forever.
Right.
And then you got to think about too is people are using like these that people are using filters and everything like that. So it's kind of
I was
like,
gonna say that.
yes, it's the filters for me. Okay. And I try not to, like, with my work, like I try not to filter my work or anything like that, because I feel like at that point you can't really see, like the growth in your work.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that. And I feel like that just shows that you are passionate about what you do, because, and you're not just out there for the money. You actually like what you do, because it's a whole bunch
yes,
of things that could be self gratifying, as in just when somebody really loves what you did and then you feel really good, even though you feel like maybe this and that could have been a little bit better. But to me, it shows that you have passion. So I feel like from what you're saying is just to keep going and don't be too critical,
literally.
leave room for growth.
Always. And what I did for myself, like I actually, like I said, my coworker is the one that taught me how to do makeup. And then I actually had another makeup artist that, like we instantly clicked. Like she's taught me a lot of things about it. So
Mm,
I consider them two to be like my makeup mentor. So
yeah.
even if I do like a client and I feel like something is wrong, like I reach out to them like, I don't feel like this is right. Can you tell me what I did wrong? Like I said, it's in this industry, in anything, it's important to always be teachable and to be able
Yeah.
to take criticism, because that's the way that you grow. And so I feel like that's one thing that definitely helps me is having those.
And I feel like that touches upon like you don't have to be in competition with everybody that's in your industry. It's okay to
Oh
build
no.
like a coalition, to build a network, because I don't think many makeup artists bring that up enough, because and it seems like because there's so many out there, it's not really, Either they're doing their own classes, which I was going to ask about that. About is that something you see you doing in the future? But before I get to that, I still like the fact that you have two other people in your field that you can go to for advice. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people do not bring that up. Even hairstylists barely bring up that they have other hairstylists that they can go to for mentorship.
I feel like sometimes in the beauty industry, it kind of comes down to like, like a competitive type thing. And it's like even with like the makeup classes, like it's some women, it's you have some makeup artists that's just I get it. You charge what you're worth, but they'll charge all this money for these makeup classes and they're barely teaching anything. So at
Yeah,
this point, it's like, are you genuinely trying to help up and coming makeup artists, or are you just trying to make money?
yeah,
And I feel like makeup artists that has been that has been in the industry for a long time, like they're the ones that actually sets the bar for the up and coming makeup artists.
mm-hmm,
Like because it's continuously like it's a continuous cycle. It's gonna always be new makeup artists coming. But if you're not, if you're a makeup artist that has been in the game for a long time and you're not teaching up and coming makeup artists, it's like what do you expect for what do you expect for the traditions and stuff like that to stay the same, or
yeah,
even the techniques and stuff like that?
yeah. You have to be willing to evolve.
Yeah, so I'm like, now I just feel like I'm definitely all for like the classes that everybody's hosting, but I just feel like some people don't host their classes with that man like, let me really teach them. I feel like sometimes it all comes down to money.
Yeah, and it's not just your industry, it's the lash industry, it's the hair
Yeah,
industry. Like people are going crazy with the coins on teaching people how to do a lot of stuff. And some people aren't even getting the full value. Like I don't appreciate that. I understand that like if it makes sense, then I'm cool with that. Like if the equipment costs a certain amount or you have
right.
a limited amount of spaces and a limited amount of time and what you do is the only thing that you can do and everybody want to do what you're doing, hey, do your worth. But it's a lot of people who are trying to get over on everybody.
Yes, and it's even some people that I feel like that's teaching classes that really has no business teaching classes. Like
Yeah.
you're not about to tell me that you've been in a certain industry for 6 months and now you're hosting a class. Like
Yeah.
what? And that's kind of how it's going these days. And
It
I'm
is.
just like, this is crazy.
Do you see that for you in the future though?
I actually do see myself, actually doing the classes because I'm a people person. So, and I
Hmm.
will actually, like I said, I will want them to evolve because in my makeup journey, I've had plenty of people to help me evolve. Like I have had like a lot of teaching throughout all of this and everything. And like, I've even run into people that's like, I'm not charging you anything, that is genuine. Like they want to teach me.
Yeah.
So I definitely do see that for myself in the future. And it's a lot of different routes that you can actually go with makeup.
Yeah. Do you ever get intimidated though that people say this is like an oversaturated industry?
You know what? Before I first started doing makeup, I actually did because I'm like, it's so many different makeup artists out here. And my sisters, I was like, girl, do you see all the different brands in the store for the same thing?
Yeah.
She was like, no matter how many makeup artists out here, like it's enough clients for everybody to go around.
And it's only one you. So you can bring
Right.
something to the table that nobody else does. Cause I really genuinely love your natural beats.
Yes.
Which is why I
And you know
wish I
what?
would have
That's
let you
my
do it.
fave.
That's your
That's
favorite.
my
Yeah.
favorite thing. That's one thing I kind of do want to get out of a little bit because I feel like I only focus more so, on the natural beat. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the best. Like it's so classy, it's so clean cut. Like
Yeah, I think you'll never run out of clients with that. Not saying that you can't step into the glam and stuff like that, but I feel like some people jump straight to glam before they go into natural.
yeah.
So, if I was someone that was thinking about becoming a makeup artist, where would you say you should start with? Like, what are the basics that you think somebody should get down first before they try to do the more adventurous styles?
The main thing that I say that you should like really, really learn before anything is color matching.
Hmm.
Color matching and eyebrows.
Yeah.
And I say color matching because I feel like it's a lot of people that we don't really know how to like really match our skin tones. So it's like that's why you see like, oh, you can tell exactly where someone's makeup starts and
It
finish it. Like
ends. Yes.
you should not be able to tell where your makeup start and where it finished. Like it's a face, it's not a mask.
Yeah.
So
And I feel
yeah,
like some people want it, like, I don't know if I'm going to take this to a different term, but like specifically in the Black community, I feel like a lot of women tend to try to go lighter than their true complexion. I don't know if it's intentional or if the person that's doing their makeup don't know what they're doing, but there are some even high-end makeup artists that I noticed that they will go a shade lighter than every client they have a lot of times. Like, I don't know if it's subconscious, but I do notice that. And then some girls actually ask for that too.
and you know what? I run into that sometimes where I feel like some clients do want to be a little lighter, but I'm just like, I can't promote that to you.
Yeah.
I can't promote that to you to be like, oh, let me take you, I'm okay with taking you a entire shade lighter than what you are, because at that point it reflects on me as a makeup artist. Because when you're outside, I'm like, girl, who did your makeup? You look a different color than your neck. That's the part, your neck
Yeah.
and your chest,
Yeah.
your neck and your chest. But I don't know. What? I think it's more so. I think it's more so because when we see like the makeup artists in the industries and when we see the celebrities and stuff like that, it's more so people want that exact look that they
Look.
have,
Yeah.
and what they don't realize is it's so much editing and stuff that goes into the pictures that the celebrities
Mm-hmm.
post on social media. So it's not like this is exactly it. No, you have their pictures are edited, the videos are edited. So
Yeah.
I
And
think, like I said, I think it's
you
more so a look.
love the skin you're in, honey. Just
Yes.
enhance, like you said, just enhance. Don't change. Enhance the beauty that you already have.
And that's it. Like I feel like I always want my clients to feel like, I look like myself. I want them to leave out, looking exact. I want them to recognize who they are. I don't want them to get out of my chair and they look like a completely different person.
No, I know. I understand that too. So okay, so you said eyebrows and color matching. Um, is there anything else that you would suggest that they should focus on? Is it like blending or time
Yes,
management?
blending for sure. Blending for sure. Like makeup is all blending. To me, I feel like makeup is all about how you blend, because everything you have to blend out. But even aside from that, I promote to my clients about skincare,
Oh yeah.
because I tell them like I can't like I can't work magic. So if you come in and you come in and you have like bumpy skin, or you have like acne breakouts, or your skin is dry, it's still going to be a reflection of how the end result of your makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's best for you. You have to take care of your skin. The more flawless that your skin is, the better your makeup will look. Like, and I have clients that have actually told me like that they slept in their makeup so that they can keep it on for the next day, and I'm just like, you can't do that. Like that
Yeah.
clogs up your pores. It creates breakouts. So that's one thing I always try and promote is good skincare.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much, you can't have a good makeup routine with a terrible skincare routine.
So I have one more question before I get into my reflection moment. I do notice that, I mean, not that I do notice, I do understand and respect that makeup artists are their own entrepreneurs as well. So from an entrepreneurial standpoint, what is something somebody should look out for? Um, like, do they necessarily need an LLC, or how do they budget? Because y'all makeup is expensive. Oh yeah, price
Girl,
points. Like,
look.
how do you come up with your price points? Because your makeup is expensive.
Okay, so and that's one thing. I feel like this is one thing that all up and coming makeup artists struggle with is when it comes to the prices. For me, I feel like I lowball myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I use high end products that when I just recently went to go restock up on foundation, I spent $500 just on foundation.
Mm,
Foundation alone.
right.
So I feel like, and the one thing that I tried to do this go around when I really like restocked all of my makeup, you have to really treat it like a business. So I tried to, actually itemize everything that I actually bought. Like how
Mm,
many did I buy? How much was it? So I can see exactly how much money that I'm spending on the product.
mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to be you don't want to be spending more than you're making.
Right.
Because it might seem like, okay, you still making it right back, but it's just like, where you got to find a balance somewhere to make sure that you're making it worth your while.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like another thing, I feel like me, I kind of lowball myself on my prices, and I do that mainly because, like I said, I'm an up and coming makeup artist still, so I'm still trying to, build my clientele. And
Mm-hmm.
I also still want to try and keep it, super like affordable for everyone, because not everybody can afford $100
Dollar
beat
faced.
or
Yeah.
$150 beat.
Yeah.
Not every. So I want to be able to offer it to everybody.
Yeah. I
So
respect
that's why
that.
I said, yeah, that's why I said this year I'm actually gonna try and do like different categories. So, so if I have my people that they feel like they can only afford $50. Okay, well for $50, I'm not gonna use, the higher end foundations and stuff like that. It's still
Right.
gonna be flawless, but like just to give people an option, because like I said, not everybody can afford $100 for a face of makeup or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. And I don't feel like that should be taken away from anyone because they can't.
Mm-hmm. I
So
understand. I respect that. So as I wind this in, I always like to leave it with a reflection moment. So what is the advice that you would give to young Tychiara, 18 years old, after graduating high school?
oh man, I always think about this. I always think about this. Firstly, I would have told myself to actually figure out exactly what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't stop. Don't alter your plans for anybody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be on your own path of life. Like, do what's best for you. Do what you want to do. And when I say don't alter for anybody, not your parent, not your siblings, not a boyfriend, not a girlfriend, not nobody. Like, literally,
Yeah.
do what you got to do for you, and to just keep going. Like, to keep pushing. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I think that's the best one. And it's been the most common one too. Not to let other people influence what you got going on.
Yeah. So that's my only thing. It's because I feel like overall I have, since graduating high school, I feel like I have done better, but I do feel like I'm always all over the place. Like I
Me
said, I
too.
work in healthcare, do makeup. I even went to school for IT, and I don't even use my IT,
Skills,
background that
yeah.
I have.
Yeah. But it's good. Oop. It's good. You were kind of following your footsteps anyway. So where can people find you?
So you guys can find me on Facebook under Tychiara Smith. You guys, I do my booking through texting still. Yeah, I'm working on the booking side. I'm trying to keep it real. But yeah, you guys can find me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram at Tychiara94. You guys can DM me for bookings. You guys can also text me. My phone number is 773-844-7690. Like you can text me for the lashes and everything.
And this is the Chicago area again, just so everybody understands.
Yeah, Chicago area. And I
Do
also
you
do
ship?
mortuary makeup too. Yes, for the
Yes, you
lashes.
do.
Yeah.
You do mortuary makeup. I might have to bring you back so we can talk about that too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. Oh, because yes, we definitely
Yeah,
gonna have to
we'll have
come
to
back
talk
to that.
about that another time. I want to thank you again, Tychiara. I almost called you your nickname, Tychiara, for coming and joining and being a part of a trip to India podcast. You dropped some really beautiful gems. My favorite part was the whole networking part and having two mentors, because most people do not touch upon that. Also, color matching, because I hate looking like I don't look
Oh,
authentic to who I am. Also getting over self-doubt, which you just continue to do better, and you use it in a more harmonious way. Like, you don't let it defeat you, you let it drive you. You might have your moments, but you keep going. So
yes,
thank you again.
definitely. No, thank you for having me. This was such a great experience.
I'm glad. Okay.
Like, so great. I definitely want to come back.
Yes, we have to,
Invite me back.
especially for the mortuary makeup. We have to, because that's really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
I want to thank my listeners for listening to a Trip to India podcast. If you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on YouTube, Amazon Music, Google Play, Apple, Spotify. Just find me, okay? Follow me on a Trip to India podcast on Instagram. Also, if you want to have Miss Tychiara come back and explain more of her mortuary makeup, or have any other person come back or touch upon a certain industry that you feel like I'm leaving out, please email me your concerns at askindy at a Trip to India podcast, and I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye
Thank you for having
bye.
me.
You're welcome.